A group of Auburn University students is making it known that the nation is trillions of dollars in debt. Members of the Young Americans for Liberty at Auburn University set up 16 digits of the debt today.
Welcome to Profiles in Activism. Josh Jackson inspired Yale's National Visualize the Debt campaign. I talked to him about what made the event successful at Auburn and how he helped it to catch on across the country.
I'm Josh Jackson, currently serving as the Southeast Regional Coordinator for Young Americans for Liberty. My background began at Auburn University, founding the Yale chapter there. So Visualize the Debt is an attempt to sort of grab students' attention by just shouting out the magnitude of the national debt through a massive activist display that's a 48-foot long, Visualize the Debt display. It effectively communicates the size of the debt, not just the number. So it is imposing in itself just by its sheer size. It's very relevant, it's very current, and it's something that can be communicated to college students in talking about things like debt. And it's not such an abstract idea. So one of the things we did was actually create a YouTube video which narrated the step-by-step construction of one of these Visualize the Debt displays, from going in and purchasing plywood, paint, brushes, all the way to the painting, and then actually setting it up and how to actually use that to engage students. So this is something that for the national organization was a relatively cheap project. Being able to purchase that much media attention that was happening and being able to facilitate the actual execution of the project the way we did, it was a relatively effective way to fund the chapters, and that was done through a $100 activism grant from Young Americans for Liberty. If you're uncertain of your state coordinator, the online resources for Young Americans for Liberty are fairly excellent. Go to yaliberty.org, and there's a chapter resources tab, and click on those, and you should be able to click on a region, and that will list all of the states, and then clicking on each state will list the state coordinator. From starting just as a group of about 5 to 10 people who were working together to build the debt sign and execute the event, we were able to get 150 people to attend the lecture by Tom Woods. And because of its success, because of the way we had actually designed the debt sign, where we had individual units on individual pieces of wood, we could completely rearrange it and update the number and use in our recruitment drive later that fall. And yeah, obviously, we want the national debt display to be a way to actually convince people to actually come over and engage us more in conversation. Find a way to connect with these people that will make the national debt relevant. One of the ways we do that is, if somebody comes up to our table and we're unfamiliar with them, we ask them, what caught your eye about this? What do you think about this? And we find out where they are. And then the beauty about what we believe is that we can connect with almost anybody. We find out what part they would actually want, and then we say, yeah, we agree with that. Make their issue your issue. Connecting with people where they're at is, that's a bridge. It's a way to actually say, we're on the same page. And again, the beauty of liberty is that almost everybody believes in liberty applied to something. There's a progression of ideas that happen with just ordinary people who don't have time to sit down and want to read Murray Rothbard or Mises or Hayek. And so being a bit sympathetic and finding ways to connect with people, it doesn't mean anything about compromising the message. It's about communication and understanding that before you can get to someone's brain, you have to get through their eyes and their ears.
For Bureau Crash, I'm Grant Babcock, asking you to keep on crashing till you run out of bureaus.